Good evening. Welcome to Current Affairs. Today, I would like to discuss with you with respect to Article 40. So, this is not with respect to the Constitution of India. I am going to discuss with you with respect to the article that is associated with the European Union. So, this is one of the very strongest international organizations. And in the recent past, this is very much there in the news. Of course, it is always there in the news. So, but this time in the recent past, the Britain has decided to leave this European Union. Otherwise, certain fundamentals with respect to European Union is that European Union so is a group of this 28 nations, and Croatia is the latest country to become the member of EU. And out of this 28, this Britain has decided to leave this European Union. And with respect to that, Article 50 is very much there in the news. So before I go further, I would like to show you one question, which may be a probable question. So in any forthcoming examination, you please look at the question and you can answer that question very easily, since I have been discussing this particular issue with you for a quite long period of time, and then we'll go ahead with the further discussion. So you may please have a look at this question, please. Look at this. Which of the following is the first European country to trigger Article 50? France, Portugal, Croatia, or Britain? Obviously, you know the answer. So this is option D, that is Britain. So now let's try to understand what exactly is this, this triggering Article 50. So this Article 50, it came into existence since the Treaty of Lisbon. So Lisbon is the capital city of Portugal. In the year 2007, a treaty, an agreement has been signed by all the member states of European Union. And this Article 50, this Lisbon Treaty rather, it came into force in the year 2009. And this particular Article 50 is permitting a particular country to decide unilaterally. Article 50 permits a country in European Union to decide, unilaterally, so to leave European Union. And because of the various reasons which we have discussed in the earlier classes, Britain has decided to leave it, and finally, the Brexit has come into the existence. But the rules that are present in the European Union and the Council, they are very stringent, and you cannot decide on your own and you cannot live on your own, because since it is a very strong international organization, living the exit of one country may have lots of impact on the whole organization. That is the reason why the stringent rules have been framed. But under this particular provision, a country may decide unilaterally to leave the group. And this is what is done by this Britain, and the Prime Minister of Britain, David Cameron, had to submit the resignation letter, and later Theresa May became the the Prime Minister of Britain. And yesterday, that is on March 29th, 2017, this article has been moved by, this triggered by this Theresa May, and finally they have decided to leave this Brexit. This European Union, that is giving momentum to this Brexit. But is it so easy? It is not at all easy. So from now onwards, it is going to take at least 2 years to complete the whole process, because one country, that is Britain, has decided to exit the group. It has to be accepted by European Parliament and each member nation separately in their respective parliaments. So Britain is one country, and this remaining 27 countries are there. So each country has to accept this, and there will be lots of negotiations that will take place between Britain and the European Parliament, Britain and every individual country in the European Union. To take a longer period of time, and maybe beyond this 2 years. right? And another important thing is that now this process has to go on. This process has to go on because this article has been triggered, and because of any reason in future, if Britain wants to stop this, it has to be accepted, unanimously by the rest of the member states. If any country objects for again re-entry of Britain, that is not permitted. But if all the countries unanimously accepting, then only Britain may become the part of European Union. Otherwise, the clock has been started and the process has to go on, and over a period of time the Britain is completely going to get exited from this European Union. And that is the reason why article 50 is very much there in the news, and this is associated with the Treaty of Lisbon that was signed in the year 2007 and it became reality in the year 2009, right? So regarding that, I have some information. I'll show you that information. Please have a look at this. And kindly see here the aspirants who are appearing for this interview. You please, this be thorough with this particular, this development that is happening in European Union. Some of you might have, this opted for political science and international relations, and some of you, this have, this showing more interest towards the foreign affairs. And for those people, these may be the possible questions, and please be very, very, very thorough with this latest development. Yes. So what is Lisbon Treaty? Treaty of Lisbon is signed in the year 2007, and Article 50 of the Treaty of Lisbon gives any European Union member. And please remember, one possible question for the examination is that, just remember, this the total strength of European Union is 28, 28 including Britain. Clear? And Britain has decided to leave. That is the reason why Article 50 has been triggered. Is that clear? So meaning, with Britain the strength is 28, without Britain it is 27. So it takes some time for the Britain to leave. That is the reason why, please remember, the strength is 28, and the latest country to become the member of European Union is the Croatia. So please remember this. Since the European Union is there in the news because of this Brexit, anything may be a possible question in the any forthcoming examination. Once again, I am opening the document. Look at this. So this treaty gives any European Union member the right to quit unilaterally and outlines the procedures for doing so. It gives the living country 2 years to negotiate an exit deal. How many years? 2 years to negotiate an exit deal. And once it's set in motion, it can't be stopped except by unanimous consent of all the members of the states. What do you mean by this? It has already been triggered. Now you cannot stop it. If you want to stop it, remaining all the members of the European Union, meaning remaining all 27 states of European Union, should accept this unanimously. Then only this process can be stopped. Otherwise, it can't be stopped. Am I clear? And no country has ever left European Union before, and there was no way to legally leave European Union before the Treaty of Lisbon was signed in the year 2007. It was signed in the year 2007, and before that there was no possibility for any country to leave European Union. But this Treaty of Lisbon enabled a country to take a decision unilaterally, and it can exit the European Union. Am I clear? That is the reason why Lisbon Treaty is very, very, very important. Next, I'm going further. Why this Lisbon Treaty? The Lisbon Treaty, which became law in December 2009, is designed to make the European Union more democratic, more transparent, and more efficient. Otherwise, if you don't permit a member to leave the Union, so where is the democracy? That's the reason why, to make it more democratic, more transparent, and more efficient, is the Lisbon Treaty came into the picture, and is an agreement signed by the heads of the states and governments of the countries that are the European Union members. Look at this. Who triggered first? Just now I told you this is Britain. The Prime Minister of Britain, Theresa May, triggered Article 50 on March 29th, 2017, yesterday. Please remember this. This means Britain should officially leave the European Union no later than April 2019. So for the next 2 years, Britain will thrash out a deal for leaving the European Union, a process that is likely to be lengthy and very, very complicated. It's very, very difficult. you know Even in the Britain Parliament also, they need to pass so many new laws, so to discard the existing laws, which are associated with the European Union. And any deal must be approved by a qualified majority of European Union member states and can be vetoed by the European Union Parliament. So you have come across with two words here: qualified majority. Simple majority, special majority, qualified, this absolute majority. So, but what is this qualified majority? So when I say qualified majority, listen carefully, especially for the aspirants who are going for interview. This may be a question. Please listen carefully. So you look at the strength of European Union. And when I say qualified majority, 55%, 55% of the members must accept this. Point number one. Okay, not 50. I am talking about 55. 55% of the member states must accept a decision. And that 55 members, 55 percentage, should cover 65 percentage of the whole European Union population. Hope you're getting me. Very, 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 very important. Clear? Qualified majority means it should be accepted by 55% of the members of the European Union. And as we know, there are 28 nations in European Union, and each nation has got its own population, and the population will vary from country to country, as we all know this. Clear? But when it comes to qualified majority, this one, 55% of the members must accept, and that 55% should cover 65% of the total population. Meaning the criteria of population has also come into the picture. Hence, the number of votes will vary, and obviously, ultimately, it should be accepted by 65% of the population, and it should be accepted by minimum 55% of the member states of the European Union. That is called qualified majority. Please remember this. So it may be a question in the forthcoming, civil services preliminary examination that is going to be conducted on June 18th. Look at this. Okay. Yes. And kindly here, I would like to say something. It's just like a reminder. So this, what exactly is this site on the screen? generalstudies.onlineias.com. So I explained you, I gave a seminar with respect to this. Admissions are in progress, and this is a wonderful opportunity for all of you. So to utilize this great opportunity and be well versed with the various subjects of general studies. And wherever you have the general studies component, that will become very easy for you to clear the exam. Right? And if you may have certain technical subjects in your examination, but today general studies became a very, very component in various exams. That is the reason why, so we have decided to launch this particular program on April 17th, and the date is not changed, and on 17th we are going to launch this. And I suggest all of you to become a part of this and get immense benefit out of this particular program. And you will enjoy this program. Your horizons will increase, your knowledge levels will increase, and that will lead to a great success in whatever the examination you are aspiring for, and whatever the service you are aspiring for. That is going to help you a lot. All right, next I'm going further. So how long will Brexit take? The process is supposed to take 2 years, but many people believe that it could take longer. The time scale can be extended, but only by the unanimous consent of the European Council. So every other member state government would have to agree for this. Triggering Article 50 starts the clock running. After that, the treaties that governing membership no longer apply to Britain. Okay, so the term of exit will be negotiated between Britain's 27 counterparts, and each will have a veto over the conditions. It will also be subjected to ratification of the national parliaments, meaning, for example, the Belgian members of the parliament could stymie the entire process. That is the reason why it is not at all an easy process for this Britain, and it has to continue with its negotiations. And what are the immediate steps that must be taken by the Britain? Kindly look at this. It should negotiate a new deal with Brussels. It should win a series of major bilateral trade deals around the world, and it should revise its own governance as European Union law recedes. So now it has to look into its own aspects of governance. So these are the three things, three acts that must be performed by Britain simultaneously. And one more important development today in India is that triple talaq, which is very much there in the news for quite long period of time, where some people support and some people oppose that. And it was there in the discussion even with respect to Supreme Court for quite long period of time, and the apex court decided to hand it over to the constitutional bench, and the constitutional bench will be formed, and this particular case will be allocated to constitutional bench. Please remember this. When I say constitutional bench, how many judges will be there? Minimum 5 judges will be there. Please remember this. And that the minimum 5 judge bench is going to decide the fate of this triple talaq. And it will listen to the, this arguments from various sides. And finally, we expect, a great decision should come out that will be strengthening the concept of equality before law. So hopefully that is going to happen very, very soon. Right, so that's all for the day, and I'll see you tomorrow with more current affairs. Till then, I wish you all a very, very, very good luck. Take very good care of yourself, and see you tomorrow. Thank you.